This is abnormal entertainment.
You notice I say dick a lot. 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 Dick, 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 dick. Hello, bonjour, what's up? Welcome to SuckCess the Pudcast. My name is Camm and I'm having a good dick day. Last week we discussed how a straight man can remain straight even when his dick is in my mouth. This week I want to hop right back into the process of trying to talk about little oddities through getting more dick in their mouths. But this reminds me of something that needs to be acknowledged. Some of you may not be into the oral aspects as much as you're into getting your ass fucked. I won't be able to help you with that on this show. It's not really my area of expertise. In fact, I may have questions for you about how that whole thing works. I know how it works, but I've just never been able to understand where the pleasure comes from in ass fucking. I've seen you guys get into it and get off on it, and back when I was young and impressionable, I tried some ass play. Never got fucked, but I tried fingers, tongues, even a small starter kit dildo. I was determined to see what all the fuss was about, but I was determined to find out on my own before I went and let some dude stick a dick up my ass. I never found any pleasure in it though. It didn't feel horrible, but it didn't feel good at all. There was no pleasure sensations. It was just annoying having my fingers up there. Same thing when I let a few dudes stick their tongues up my ass. Nothing. It didn't even tickle. Just nothing. So once I bought some porn tapes back when people still bought physical copies of porn titles, and it came with this little tiny dildo. And I tried with that thing. I'm telling you, I was determined to at least get a single good feeling out of my asshole. And still, nothing. So I gave up years ago. I've come to realize that everything is not for everybody, and I just figured out that it wasn't for me. Besides, it just seems like it would be odd to have a 6'2" big black guy getting bent over and fucked. Although one of my favorite porn movies features a 6'5" guy getting rammed and loving every minute of it, but I'm still right, he does look odd. But my point was, I can't help you if your aim is to fuck some forbidden fruit. It's happened to me a few times before that same straight guy I started off blowing ended up wanting me to fuck him, and I happily obliged. But more times than not, they always think they're going to fuck me. I always tell them from the beginning that it's not going to happen. But they think I'm all talk, and once things start getting all hot and heavy, I'll change my mind. Those particular guys are always disappointed. But let's move on. By now, I'm hoping that we've all made friends with some attractive straight guys, and I've even given you an extra week before I revisited this. Hopefully you hung out with the guy another time or two by now and he knows how cool you are. It's around this time that you want to start a process that I like to call the Give 'em an Inch Project. I'll explain, because I'm not talking about an inch of your dick. Put that thing away for now. What I'm saying is, at this point, you're going to want to slowly, I repeat, slowly, start to compliment him indirectly. The slow and indirect part is very important here. What you don't want to do is pull him to the side and straight out tell him that you want to suck his dick. I've done that before, and I'll be honest, sometimes it works. Mostly with strangers. But in general, this is the type of situation you want to ease into if you're friends with or becoming friends with a dude. Let's say he starts talking about pussy. They always do. They always will. It'll be one of two things. He'll either bring it up to say that he's getting pussy left and right, or he'll mention that he's not getting laid at all. If he's getting it often, then you say, "Yeah, of course you are, dude. Look at you." And you laugh it off, maybe slap him on his shoulder, and move the conversation along to other topics. Give him an inch. If he says he's in a drought, you go, "What? You? Wait, you're telling me that you're not getting laid, That's crazy. What's wrong with these chicks? And the same thing. Move the conversation along. Give him an inch. No matter which response to a situation you give, you left him with the fleeting thought, wait, I think this guy just complimented me. And you weren't pushy about it. You didn't harp on it. You didn't even go into details. All that will come later. At this point, all you're doing is giving him an inch of an ego boost to let him know that you, at minimum, think he's attractive. And then you went on about your business. It's rare in 2012 that a guy will be put off by the Give Him an Inch project, but it's not impossible. Nothing I outline here will be foolproof. But in general, this method goes off without a hitch. It's so mild of a compliment that the guy will sometimes hardly even realize or notice that he was just given one. Now, if he does notice, there's a possibility that he could say something like, thanks man, but you know I love the ladies. Yep, I know. That's fine. I'm not questioning that or suggesting anything else. I simply said that I find it hard to believe that you're not getting laid more often. That's all. Let's get another beer, dude. And that's it. For now. You give him an inch to get the wheels turning, to at least let him know that you think he's attractive. That inch could quite possibly turn into a mile sooner than you'd expect. Again, my name is Camm Harson, and this has been SuckCess the Pudcast, brought to you exclusively from Abnormal Entertainment every Saturday. You can always email me at Mr. Camm, that's MISTACAMM @gmail.com, to chime in here, and I promise you I'll read each and every email personally. Be sure to tune in to all of our shows and listen to all of our great abnormal hosts. It is my home, and I've personally removed all the doors off the closets. Please tune in with me next week for more hot tips on more hard tips, and in the meantime, remember, that thing ain't gonna suck itself. You better be there to get it done.
Head to abnormalentertainment.com for podcasts, blogs, and videos. New content goes up every single day at abnormalentertainment.com.